the Second Moroccan Crisis, also known as the Agadir Crisis. 1911. In 1911, the ruling Sultan of Morocco saw a rebellion break out in the city of Fez. The Sultan could not put down this rebellion on his own, so he asked the French to come and help. The French sent an army and put down the rebellion. However, Germany opposed that. They did not want France to take over control of Morocco, as was agreed in the Algeciras conference of the first Moroccan crisis. France could only have control of the Moroccan police force. The German response was militaristic. By that I mean they sent the military, and the military they sent was a gunboat called the Panther. They moored this warship off the coast of Agadir, hence the name of the crisis, and turned the guns on the city. They didn't fire, but it was a definite threat. Now, whenever you use the Navy for anything slightly warlike, it wakes up the British. They look at this and see a massive overreaction by the Germans. But remember, the Germans and the British are in the middle of a naval race over the dreadnoughts, who will have the biggest and strongest navy. So this was quite provocative by the Germans. Rightly or wrongly, the British believed that the Germans were using this tactic because they wanted a naval base somewhere but round or in Morocco, and Britain could not accept this. Countries prepare for war. Britain immediately backs up the French, stands right behind them, and puts itself on a war footing. Germany has no choice but to back down. It cannot, at this stage, take on France and Britain, especially on the sea with Britain's strong navy. Germany, when it backs down, is given some compensation, but actually what this does is this actually makes their feeling of humiliation a lot worse. So what was the outcome of the crisis? Well, firstly, Germany felt very humiliated by having to back down, and like Russia in the Bosnian crisis, promised that she would never back down again, regardless of what the next crisis is. Secondly, because the Germans saw Britain as an arrogant nation, they began to swing their opinion in behind a potential war with them to almost teach them a lesson. Britain decided and was much more convinced that actually Germany does want to dominate Europe, hence why else would it send a warship, all right, to North Africa, but through Europe to get there. Fourthly, Britain and France realised they were definitely going to be on the same side, so they made a secret naval treaty defending each other's coastline in the case of an attack, as well as the Mediterranean Sea. And finally, the Triple Alliance was further weakened, just like it was with the Bosnian crisis, as Italy did not like the aggressive way Germany had acted. So overall, this crisis has increased the tension a lot more and made war far more likely.